are doing paper 23. Actually, it's a specimen paper for the examination from 2023. It's a specimen paper. Okay, so this is paper 2. It's a paper 2 and it is of 2 hours 15 minutes only. Okay, it's written there. Here's specimen paper, and here we have only 3 topics. Always in paper 2 we can see even mail merge, but mail merge is not existing in this. So we have all 3 topics. One is the documentation, databases and presentation as a 4th task there, including this evidence document. And this will be for the exams starting, means from 2023 year onwards. Fine. So this will be the pattern from the next year. Now here we finished task 1 of preparing evidence document in the previous MS Word session. So same thing as it is, we are gonna add all our details in this. Okay, so here it is, evidence document. Here we have to prepare with all our details on the top. That's in the header. Fine. And you have to save it with the name and followed by your candidate number. Fine. And you have to save in MS Word type, file type, and means Word document type, and you have to save it in your folder from which you're using these all the files. Okay, now let's get back to Access part. Task 3, databases. You're now going to prepare some reports. Make sure all currency values display a currency symbol and are set to 0 decimal places. So when they say that no currency, a currency symbol, that's it, a currency symbol. They didn't mention whether we have to take dollar, pound or anything else. Yes, so if they don't mention, we can select by ourselves, else it'll go as a default dollar currency symbol. Okay, and one more thing we have to notice here is 0 decimal places. There shouldn't be any decimal places at all. Okay, until unless it's been mentioned. Now you see here length, 1 decimal place they want, else all should be with 0 decimal places. Step 18, using a suitable database package, import the file spo2yach.csv. Use these fields, field names and data types. So let's open. We are going to import this into MS Access software. So open Access software and keep. Then we will import that yach file details. It's a CSV file. Here just save this database with a name 2023. It's up to you what you save it with. SP Access. Okay, now let's start importing yach CSV file. External data, new data source, from file, text file. Here you can browse. Just go to your folder where you have saved, either it's on the desktop or any D drive. See here I saved in D drive so that it's easy. This is let's keep all your practical files of ICT in D drive or any other separate drive, so that you can maintain your security. Here my specimen papers, and here is the one. Here I have to open SPO2 yach. Just double click it, it will be added to the path here. Okay, Yeah, see, it's a lot of data. Now let's tap next. Here on this dialog, we have to select first row contains field names, then tap next, and the first field is selected here on this dialog. Then tap advanced. Here you see a lot of data, fields in the data types. Now let's go to the question paper and see 1, 2, 3 or text. Let's change that to text. Short text is a text. Actually, we don't have as a text any data type in Access software, so we have short text. Fine, let's keep that. Next one, length is a number to one decimal place. So here length, where is the length? Here it's a decimal place is saying one single decimal place. In the sense we have to take in decimals, not an integer. Fine, so in this case select a single which allows decimals. Okay, integers do not allow decimals, they are pure whole numbers. Fine. Now next we'll go for builder ID text, and price is a currency symbol to 0. Okay, here this is a short text, price is a currency. Okay, and rest decimal places and currency will set later. And builder year number and number, all are numbers. So simple numbers they are, so we can go for integers. Fine, so we have a non-fractional data type, that is integer, and long integer for very large numbers, long integer. Okay, so now let's say OK here, tap next. Here all about the primary key in the table. Let's check that HID is the primary key, and we're going to save the data. Average document screenshot showing the names, data types. Okay, that will do in the design view. First, well, let's finish it. I have a primary key to set, that is HID. Okay, now tap next. We're gonna finish, close. You can see here, just double click, you will see a lot of data. See, having the default currency symbol is dollar over here, and it got 2 decimal places. You see there, this we are going to remove it. Okay, we're going to remove this. Let's go to home, here design, and you see here when it comes to the currency, here auto it's given, so means by default it's 2, so let's just make it 0. Fine, now we will save it as well, and we are gonna take a screenshot of this. Press print screen button there and crop till the bottom and copy this here. What's the number of 18th? Step 18. Step 18, go down to 18 here. Okay, Control V. This is the one. Just save it and let's get back to the question. This is all done. Now step 19, examine the file spo2 builder.csv and identify the most appropriate field to set as a primary key. Wow, they are asking us, they are testing us that you can choose your primary key based on the knowledge you have about the primary key, based on the privileges of the field that makes it to be a primary key. Fine, so import this file as a new table in your database, format all data types as a text, set the identified field as a primary key, place in your, okay, first let's examine this. Okay, let's open, I'll open this first of all in Excel. Fine, I'll open in Excel, then I will examine it, which field to be a primary key. I'll tell you what are all the features or privileges that make any field to be a primary key. Okay, now let me open the builders. I'll open in Excel, using Excel. Open with Excel. Oh, this is very much data here. See there? Builder name, okay, fine. Then builder ID. This one is also text. They told us to set every data type to be a text of all these fields. Okay, so this is so much data of place, region, zip code, uh, builder, country code as well. So this is all there. Okay, and country ID. Fine, see, country ID code, most of them 111, and telephone number uh, is here. Now you see in this table which field uh, can be taken as a primary key. So these are names, these are builder IDs, address, place, region, and all fine. So if you see over here, names can be repeated, right? But IDs can never be repeated. It's a particular its own ID. It's exactly like in a school, in a classroom, students' names can be repeated, but their student ID or any admission number can never be repeated. It's unique to that particular student or an employee in a company. Okay, it could be item number, item ID, or employee ID, or a teacher ID, or it could be any other ID, student ID. Fine. So these are unique to that particular person. So builder ID could be a primary key here. And in this column, you see no blank, no space is given. No blank space. No, as usual, for others also not given. But if it's a primary key, that any no, there shouldn't be any blank value. Fine, all the values should be there in that particular column, and all the values should be unique to that particular column. Every value is distinct, different, so that column or the field can become a primary key. So builder ID should be primary key. We will take in this. Now let's just let me save it. No, just I will close it. I'll close this and I'll import this. Okay, now let me open Access, close. Now external data, new data source from file, text file, browse. Now at this point of time, I will take the builder. Tap OK. Here, this is the data as we know. Next. First row contains field names. Next. Here it is set to set every type to text only. Here telephone. It's clearly it's given. Can you see there? Identify the most appropriate. See, format all data types as a text. Fine, even the telephone number also will become text now. Okay, let's take short text. Okay, now all our text. Now tap OK there. Next. Now let's choose the primary key as we have discussed about it. Okay, now hope it's very clear to you how to select any primary key. So builder ID is the primary key for us. Now we're gonna finish it. Then let's close it. Okay, builders. This is builders. Data. Fine, save the work. Now let's to the question. 19th. Okay. Place the evidence. A document, a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and the primary key used in the table. Done. Let's go to home view and design view over here. Here you see my primary key is seen over here like this. Yes, just select that row and press print screen there and crop. Yes, and I can just point out where is my primary key. Fine. Copy, come to the evidence and place it there. Save. Now let's get to the question. This is fully done. Step 20. Create a one-to-many relationship between the builder ID fields, both of them, builder ID fields. Okay, place in your evidence document. Here, let's close this, and we have to create one-to-many relationship. For that, keep this area empty. Now go to database tools, relationships, and in this, let's pick the both tables, then close. Here from builder ID to builder ID, you see there they asked us to choose our own primary key, and in builder table we chose the primary key to be builder ID. You see there, and here when we set any one-to-many relationship in one table, since it's a one to many, so builder ID contains all the unique values, right? And that's a primary key. And in the other table, builder ID is a non-key, means it is not primary key, it is not any other key. Okay, that means this field can have any number of values, repeated values you can have, but in the primary key you should never have any repeated values. All should be distinct or different, unique, we call them. Okay, so each one of primary keys value should match with many values, repeated values of other tables builder ID field. So one to many we call this. Now let's set the relationship from here to here. Just drag on to this. Here builder ID to builder ID, one-to-many relationship, it's a scene, and better you just check this to enforce referential integrity, create. See the infinite shows many. Okay, so this is one-to-many relationship, and we have to give the evidence a screenshot as well. Just double click on that line, then keep it over here, not to cover any details of those tables. Then let's take a screenshot, press print screen button there. Yes, select like this, take a copy, go to step 20, it's evidence of the relationship. Save, and let's get back to the question paper. Now let me close this. Now this is done. 21. Add the following as a new record in the Yacht table. In the Yacht table only. Okay, so these are the details we are going to add. Let's open Yacht and go to the bottom. How many records, total records over here? If you can check that, here it is, 467 records total. So when we add our record, it will be 468th record. Now let's see, let's add fast. Antelex, enter, Antelex. Okay, and next value here, motor, third, MO126. Okay, MO126. Next, 2631 Sanet. 26 31 was it? Yeah, 5,000 20116 and 3, 20116 and this is 3. Okay, save the work. Then you can see 468 recorded as, yeah, it's perfectly added there. Now let's go to the question. Check your data entry errors and save the data file. 22 now. So here we have, I guess, 2 reports. Yeah, 2 reports we have, and that we will do in the next session. That's part 2. Okay, thank you.